I'm here with the Magic Man, Paulie Malignaggi, and I want to know his take on this fight with Cotto and Manny Pacquiao.
First of all, I want to say they're two excellent fighters, two very good fighters, and I respect both of them. I favor Miguel slightly, maybe because I fought him also, maybe not, but I did favor Manny to knock out Ricky Hannon.
Yes, you did, I heard that.
So this time around, obviously you're going to say it's not because I fought Miguel that I'm picking Miguel, because this time I'm picking Miguel and not Manny, So, I respect both guys. I think they're both very solid fighters, very good fighters. I just think, I know for a fact, out of the guys I fought, Miguel's the hardest puncher I fought. I know for a fact, nobody came close, not even Ricky Hannon, And so, having said that, it affects the way you fight sometimes, getting hit like that. And not that you're going to go to sleep or anything, but at the same time, get a repetitive assault of hard punches. Sometimes it affects the way you're thinking in there. It affects your game plan. It affects the way what you might do. It might affect your confidence in there. And I just think, at the end of the day, Miguel is a strong guy for a welterweight. Manny is a very good fighter, but he's not a natural welterweight. At a certain point, you have to start understanding there's weight classes here for a reason. You know what I mean? And I favor if Manny Pacquiao beats Miguel Cotto, I'm telling you, man, he might be the best fighter ever. I'm telling you, because at this point he's beating Oscar, he's beating Ricky, and I don't think Ricky's as good as people give credit for. Even though you're gonna say, oh, he killed Paulie, but you know what?
He didn't kill you. He didn't kill you.
Paulie for 2 years wasn't Paulie, and I needed to get away from my ex-trainer. Unfortunately, I realized that a little too late. But regardless of the fact, if Manny Pacquiao beats Miguel Cotto, you have to consider him maybe the best fighter in history, man, because now he's done it. It means he's done it all.
He beat it against an A-class fighter.
Really, if he's done it all. This is a welterweight who might be the best welterweight in the world, Miguel Cotto, and legitimately, he's definitely the strongest. And he probably should be undefeated because we saw what happened with Antonio Margarito, and it probably happened in the Cotto fight. One thing about Cotto, he's not unbeatable. Anybody can beat him. Obviously, we're all human and we can all be beat. The thing about Miguel Cotto is that you will be in a fight to beat him. Whether you beat him or you don't beat him, it's a fight. And even Margarito, who did beat him, was in a fight to beat him. I don't know if Manny has the size and the kind of body to withstand an assault to be in a fight with Cotto. It might be a fight, you know what I mean? Can he withstand that? Because Cotto is a strong fighter, Cotto's a dirty fighter, and Cotto gets in. And he's not just the guy who comes forward like Ricky. Ricky just comes forward walking at the punches, you know what I mean? Manny was too smart, too skilled for that. And not that he's not too smart, too skilled for Miguel, because I think at times Manny's going to show some good moments. I just think at the end of the day, the size and the strength is going to be a little too much for Manny to deal with, and people shouldn't look down at Manny for it though. You know what I mean?
Now your situation not too long ago with Juan Diaz, I thought you won that fight. A lot of people felt you won that fight. Now you said some things, you were emotional, you were upset, but did you mean that?
You know what? At the end of the day,
I don't blame you for saying it.
It's frustrating because you work so hard and then you just have people take it away from you. You work so hard. It's like, if I'm winning that fight, I get a big fight. I'm in a position to call somebody out. I'm in a position to call out a big opponent. So I can compare it to this because not everybody understands. Like, oh, you're just gonna be a sole loser. Not everybody understands. It's like somebody walk up to you. You have $200,000 in your pocket, or whatever. Somebody come up to you and just take it. What, you're gonna be diplomatic about it?
Right.
You're gonna be diplomatic about that? I don't think anybody's gonna be diplomatic about that situation. So I think I just did something that some fighters didn't want to do, and then because you can see guys getting robbed all the time in boxing. It's unfortunate, but I work too hard to just keep my mouth shut and be like one of these guys that says, "Oh man, it's boxing. I got robbed." No, man. You know what? I'm gonna let you hear it because I put in my work all the time to get mine. Just like everybody else has a job, this is my job. Okay, this is how I feed myself. So if you're gonna steal from me like that and take it away from me, I'm gonna let you hear it. Maybe the good things happen from it, maybe good things don't happen from it. I hope I get the rematch, you know what I mean? Listen, Juan Diaz didn't beat Paulie Malignaggi, and he couldn't do it with an 18-foot ring, with a 138.5-pound weight class, and with his judges. He still needed to rob me after all that advantages. If you put the situation neutral judges, neutral ring, 140 pounds. If he's going to come up to 140, then he's got to come up to 140. Manny moves up in weight, he moves up in weight for real, you know what I mean? So, Diaz move up in weight for real, you know what I mean? Listen, it's a wash. If he does it like that, it's a wash. I'm levels above this guy. With all those advantages, he still needed to rob me to beat me. I'm levels above this guy. And that's all I need to show. I hope HBO holds their word. Ross Greenberg at HBO had a very good meeting with him last week, and he said that he would love the rematch. So hopefully everything works out and we can make this happen.
One more question before we go. You think more fighters need to express that? Because a lot of it happens, a lot of it. And
I think more fighters got to open their mouths, man. I think more fighters, a lot of times you see guys, they just get robbed, they go away and they say, because you know what? The people in power in this business are so smart. They're intelligent people, a lot of schools, people, street people, whatever, they're so smart. And a lot of the fighters, they just know how to fight. They don't know how to speak for themselves or defend themselves. And unfortunately, all the smart people in this business use their brains instead of helping it. They use their brains to hurt the business, to help themselves in a lot of ways, make this crooked and corrupt and all that. And really, it's a shame because if you have intelligent people, they can help the business and you draw more fans. Everybody's happy. Okay, maybe and not being corrupt, you won't steal so much. You won't have a little less money in your pocket. But so what? You know what I mean? Like everybody be happy, everybody making money, everybody be watching. More fans will watch the sport, so everybody be generating more money, more publicity, more everything. But instead, you know, you have the. I said it before the fight, and I said it after the fight. I said the intelligent people in boxing don't use their brains for intelligence. They use their brains to make this more corrupt. And then there's the rest of the people who are too stupid to understand what's going on, and they don't do anything about it because they say they're defending these corrupt people. You know what I mean? A lot of times. And when I opened my mouth before the Diaz fight, there was the people that said, oh, he's got a point, and then there was the people that said, oh, man, this guy's a crybaby. So there was intelligent people, and there was morons. You know what I mean? You got to be borderline retarded to hear me say that, and then say, oh, he's making excuses. Like, I'm making excuses. I just went through a whole training camp to train for a fight. I knew I was going to fight, but I was going to put it out there what was going to happen because I knew about the Texas situation. So, you know, you either, like I said, the smart people use it for the wrong reason, and then there's people that's too stupid to understand what's going on, and it's unfortunate.
Thanks a lot, Paulie.